Hey, Internet, what's going on? It's the PSI live stream for July 16, 2018. Oh, I almost didn't say that right. How's everybody going? Going? Everybody going? I think I could have done better than that. But I mean to say, how is everybody doing? All right. Well, back to square one again. It's a new week for a new live stream, so figured get to it. Excuse me. Totally forgot what I was going to say. Don't you hate that? If you follow the links on any of our social media pages like Twitter, Facebook.com/PSIOH, or Twitter, PSI_OH, you should find a link to our YouTube page. Join the chat. Let's talk some spooky stuff today. As of right now, I couldn't find any good news stories or anything. Seems like it's been a little slow on the news side. I guess it's just too hot for ghosts, which I don't blame them. It's freaking hot out this last couple weeks. But well, without any kind of news stories to talk about, I thought I would just start talking about things that I've experienced the last couple weeks, maybe months even. I don't know. Things that have really started to get under my skin in the paranormal community. I mean, how to start this off right? Well, well, I guess I could say probably one of the main reasons I started PSI and getting into the paranormal is because this is something I've always been interested in. I mean, I've always wanted to. I want to know things, and when I don't know things, it bothers the hell out of me. So when people would tell me stories of haunted houses, creepy basements, and stuff as a kid, that would get under my skin because I would want to see it. And eventually, going to libraries, checking books about ghosts, folklores, things like that. It just kept building and building, and until I really got a love for it, and I wanted to do this stuff and look for weird things myself. And that seems to be like one of my drives. I don't know if you can see the mouse there. Get rid of that shit. That's one of my drives. I want to know if there's something out there, and it intrigues me to know that people have these experiences and see these things, but I haven't. You know. And then once I kind of got out of the shell of kind of believing, I mean, there definitely was a time when you could tell me a ghost story and I'd believe it, but I've broken out of that shell years ago to be more skeptical about things, and I think that works out a lot more when you're in this field trying to find things or investigating, ghost hunting, if you want to put it that way. I really don't like that term, ghost hunting, because there's two things about it. It's either when people say ghost hunting now, it kind of, I mean, it kind of gives you this idea of that, oh, we're just a bunch of people and we just showed up to this one place. We're just going to walk around and just do shit and see what happens, compared to investigating, to where either you're called upon or you research and you find a place and you try to prove that something exists. That sounded pretty good. Sorry, train of thought. But yeah. So like years go on, and being more skeptical actually works out a lot better. Wait, man, I just lost my train. I hate it when I do this. See, so that's that. See, this is the glory of live streaming, folks. You can't stop and re-edit this like a podcast. You got to keep going. I'm probably all over the place with my rambling. uh, see, see what I was going to say again. Okay. Um, so as years go on, I become more skeptical about the paranormal, which is absolutely fine. In fact, I think even if you're in a group with people who 100% believe anything, I think it's practically perfect to have somebody skeptical in it. At least it can keep you grounded with information and facts. So, you can go to a place, people could be like, well, there's something here. I'm hearing scratches on my walls at night and all sorts of crazy shit. And, you could, instead of just thinking, well, hell, buddy, you got a demon. You got to get out of this house now. You can at least, think of like, okay, what's causing scratches and what's causing odors. I mean, if you ask me, I could count this as my house because scratching, odors, and all sorts of things. But yet, the foundation my house sits on, there's a crawl space, and I can seal that thing up to as good as I can, and I still get animals under my house. And so sometimes, like in the middle of the night, you just hear pounding and stuff under there. But enough about my house. But I mean, that's basically how I see the paranormal. I mean, people like me and other groups out there, we're here to find things, and I know like mainstream science and things like that just completely obliterate anything we find. They're like, well, nothing's real, but we still have that strive to find things. And then certain groups come along and just screw everything up for everybody. If you've been keeping up with some of my Facebook posts, I've been getting kind of ranty lately. Now I don't want to name names because there's probably more than one that does this, and that's what freaks me out. There's been a couple of paranormal groups to my attention that they seem to be focusing more on dating, flat out having posts, having their own Facebook groups on top of what they do for people who like the paranormal to hook up with paranormal singles. And I'm sorry, but the first time that I saw that, even if like the first time I saw that, I was just like, what the hell is this shit? I mean, I can understand, people wanting to meet people. I mean, usually when I talk to new people, I usually keep the paranormal stuff on the down low and kind of get to a later time. But I feel like reality TV and stuff have actually kind of softened the blow with that, because I remember years ago I could be like, oh yeah, I like cooking, stuff like that, and stuff I like chase ghosts, or people be like, give you a weird look. But I think after the big reality TV boom, it got a little bit easier because it was more like, I'd be like, yeah, I like cooking and like chasing ghosts, stuff like that. And then people would be like, oh, you mean like ghost hunters? And I'd be like, yes, just like them. And people would be cool about it. It's a little bit more accepting now. I mean, UFO chasing and stuff like that. I think we still have a little ways to go with that one. But I mean, they basically made these groups for people in the paranormal field to hook up with other singles in the paranormal field. The big problem I have with that is that's what you have eHarmony for. Why drag a category and a certain group of people into a a, a dating scene. Why? I mean, the field of the paranormal itself, investigating, ghost hunting, whatever you want to call it, even parapsychology, whatever you want to call it, we have enough trouble as it is. We can get some definitive proof, and people could still throw it to the wind. Like, that's nothing. That's particles. That's fog. That's gas. That's dust. Oh, that's just matrixing. That's your ears matrixing. That's your eyes matrixing. That's not real. You were standing in the corner, so it's your reflection. It's just, and they want a bunch dating into this. So on top of like, oh, well, it's like, now it's dating. Like we can't be taken seriously enough that you want to put this big label onto paranormal groups and things like that and be like, speed dating or thing. God no, I don't know what the whole group is about. I've just seen posts about it, and I tried peeking at it, and it's completely privatized. But what does dating have to do with paranormal? What does it have to do with anything like that? Why couldn't you just be like, well, I'm a parent. For example, I'll say I would be like, well, I have a paranormal group, but I know there's a lot of single people out there who chase ghosts. That could be an idea. Well, maybe I'll make a dating group for everybody. But instead of just saying paranormal dating, why not just make a group for dating? And then when you know people who are in the group, just be like, hey, I know you're really into this stuff and it's hard for you to date. Well, I'm going to invite other people who have those same interests. That way they can just drop the lines when they talk to different people. That way it's not completely associated with your paranormal group. Like, it's that fucking simple, people. I guess I guess I'm a little bit more heated about it than I thought, because the first time that I saw this, I told them my opinion. I was just like, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" I mean, we get laughed at enough the way it is with our evidence. Now people are going to associate dating with ghost hunting, investigating, and all the comments will just say that they blew me out of the water because I guess I was a troll. But I resisted doing anything mean, which I should have shitposted the hell out of them, but I didn't. It's just things like that really get me. I mean, you're just using the paranormal to further your own business. I mean, I don't even know if they even make money on this stuff. I mean, I did try to check some of these groups up, but they're completely privatized, and you can't join until you give them all your information. So I'm pretty sure some of them already know who I am. Unless I can make a fake account or something. I don't know. Back in the day, you can make like a ton of Facebook fake accounts, but now it's just like they just crack down on that. Not that I would do things like that. Yeah. So that was like one of the things I wanted to get off my chest. Paranormal dating, paranormal singles. If you're single, you like ghosts, find these people. They're single. They like ghosts. Maybe you can find something out about each other. I don't know. that's not the way I see dating either. So, I mean, in my aspect, I always feel like opposites attract a lot better. Kind of keep each other grounded. I mean, if you're with someone who's like completely identical to you, I think it's kind of boring, wouldn't it? Hell, if I found a female me, I think I'm about to blow my brains out. I mean, I'm crazy as it is. Okay, enough of that ranting. Um, I don't know. I feel like I still can't get over. I can't get over the dating scene idea. I mean, what the fuck are they gonna do on their first date? Explore somewhere and have pictures like, well, we caught these orbs on our first date. No, it's our second anniversary. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. I thought I was going to have a special guest today, like Steven again, but I guess not. What else could I talk about here? Well, let's see that. I kind of want to go back to the whole dating thing again. That's really good. I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, one thing I need to get out there is the idea that I'm not mad because people are dating. I'm mad that you want to use a paranormal group for the idea of dating. I mean, people get together all they want. I don't care. It's just that try something different. Ooh, I really hope the microphone is not catching that. I have an 8-hole morning. Let's see what else here. I guess another pet peeve of the paranormal that I could think of is not so much as a pet peeve, but more of a misunderstanding. Our group really isn't that big, but I'm trying to make it big. I'm out there talking to people, getting feedback from other people, asking people about their experiences. I got names, numbers of people who have paranormal experiences, need help. They never usually call back, but it's like, you work really hard on something, but yet, you can open your Facebook page the next day and find a group, and they're just posting tons of things of like, like they're in the paper, for let's say an example like Halloween, uh, going to like really big places and making headlines of places that probably aren't even haunted. Again, hell of a recognition for it. Like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I have good sources, good people. It sometimes it just feels like I'm doing something wrong. I see. I figured if I went a little bit more viral with things would be a little bit better. But I think our last investigation was at least a year ago. I mean, we did try doing the witch's house, but that was a complete bust because it was completely shut out after another group went down there and got inside of it, which you weren't supposed to do because there are people that live all around it, so they reported it to the police and well, do that. I don't even know if I even said any of that right. I'm probably rambling. I woke up like an hour ago. I was feeling pretty good for a live stream today. I wouldn't say podcast. I haven't done. Definitely need to do a new podcast. I miss Vic, Pat, and Steven. We all need to get together and get some craziness together for hopefully do enough podcasts that way our 10th one we can kind of live stream like this, because I mean all four of us, it's going to be freaking chaotic. And just by warning, everybody wants to wear a mask to hide their face, but I'm like, you guys know that you want to hide your face on live stream, but we have our pictures all over our Facebook page, right? But I don't think I'll wear a mask. I mean, my face is pretty ugly as it is. So like, oh, what am I doing with my life? I'm gonna talk to a camera for an hour. Let's see. We Maybe I should think of another pet peeve. I mean, not too many things really get me mad. I guess I should stress that the last one I was talking about the whole recognition. It's not really a pet peeve, but more of like misunderstanding. Like I just can't figure it out. You know, it's like some of these groups. I mean, excuse me, they're not making money, which is good. I don't believe paranormal groups should make money whatsoever when it comes to clients. Somebody's having a problem with something and they want you to investigate. That shit should be out of your own goddamn pocket. Period. Now, if somebody wants to give you money, just tell them, hey, go donate to a charity or something. We don't want a dime. And, they're the ones that are getting some good recognition. So it's just like, what did I do? Maybe once I buy that hearse and put all those lights on it, maybe then I'll get some recognition around town. I'm joking, but yeah, I'm pretty serious about that part. Oh, lordy. I am totally out of ideas. I don't think anything really pisses me off. I used to have a lot of anger issues, but I'm pretty mellow. It's, I mean, after you have life changing surgery, and then, I mean, it's really not a lot to get angry about anymore. It's just like, dude, screw it, let things happen. Uh, Maybe I could find something to talk about. I I, I mean, mm, I skimmed news articles and stuff like crazy last 2 days, and I just couldn't find a damn thing. I'll type up Ghost Adventures. Let's see how that's doing. Haven't heard about them in a long time. Usually Zach could give you some good material to talk about. Oregon's Enchanted Forest. Yeah. Oh, it looks like they have a new season coming out. Well, hello, what's this? Ghost Adventures visit delayed until August. Due to scheduling conflicts, the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures team will be in Meeker in August instead of the end of June, as originally planned. Members of the Hotchkiss Paranormal Investigators were in town again this week, scouting locations for the Ghost Adventures program. They conducted tests at the country courthouse with some dramatic results. The Hotchkiss team will be returning several times for the next 2 months to check out the site of the Meeker Massacre in the Milk Creek Battlefield, a house on Main Street of the Meeker Hotel and Cafe. Residents who would like to suggest other properties can get Hotchkiss team with the property owner. Well, I'll be damned. So that's how they do it. They use other paranormal teams to go out and check out places, and then if they find it spooky enough, they come and do it. I'll be damned. Where is this place? The Rio Blanco Herald's Time. Is that Texas? Let's let, let's do some live stream investigating right now. Let's find out who these people are. Hotchkiss Paranormal Investigators. There we go. Oh, they got a Facebook page too. All right, cool. Let's check that out. Okay, they're in Colorado. All right. I guess I'll send the link on the side here for the chat. Hopefully, the chat is not disabled this time around. I was pretty fucking stupid last time. I got through the whole live stream with Steven, and on the right side, the chat was acting normal. And then when I went to check the video back out, it said the chat was disabled. So I'm really hoping that the chat is not disabled. But if it is, shoot me a note on Twitter. Let's see. Oh, here we go. June 24 post. This is all the evidence we got from our investigation at the Meeker Courthouse. Wow, it turned out to be an amazing investigation. We want to thank everybody who made this possible, and thank you for the fans for liking what we do. Well, they don't make any mention of Ghost Adventures. Oh, it's asking me to log in. Whoops. Take care of that in a second here. Looks like they were founded February 1st, 2012. So they're kind of young. P.S.I been on the scene since about 05. Man, how time flies. All right, well, I'm going to shoot them a message and ask them about that. How are you? Okay. Ask them, how are you affiliated with the Travel Channel and Ghost Adventures? I just read an article saying that you scout locations. Damn bug. That you scout locations for them. So, see if they respond to that. Because I don't see any other posts on here talking anything about Ghost Adventures. They have some evidence up. Looks like the same evidence from the same house. You know, another thing I wondered too about how some groups get so big is probably because of the tech they use. I mean, a lot of these guys have surveillance cameras and things like that. We kind of take a different approach to it. We don't have a lot of equipment. We have very very little things. Let's see here, I've just like a basic camcorder. Takes 2 memory cards, so you can record a lot of time with it. About it. It's got a little light on it. It's actually very nice. I'm trying to remember when I got this. Gonna say 2010, 2010 or 2009, but it's worked practically fine. I've never had a problem with this. whatsoever. Right. Get it off the stand here so you see how big it is. I mean, it's really not that big. Very practical. This was like maybe $12. Wonderful. This thing can extend really long too. If I had to need it. No, and this. Perfectly fine. Touch screen, little buttons. Very, very nice quality. Snap pictures. And as long as I had it, I've never had a real problem with it. Now the private investigation I had done, I believe last year. Was it last year or a couple months ago? I can't remember. Well, shit. The private investigation I did a while back was probably the first time my camera did anything weird. It actually froze while I was trying to record. And it's just never done that before. I just thought it was kind of weird. But I don't think it wasn't grounded in anything spooky, so I couldn't really prove it. Back up there. Let's see what else I got here. I can't reach it. Oops, knocked the laptop over a little bit. Sorry about that. See our other equipment. This is my little spooky bag. Take this thing out. Take this little bad boy everywhere. It's also known as the squeaky bag because the material it's made out of it rubs up against these little plastic hinges when I walk, so you hear this every time I walk with it. But some of the equipment we got in here, standard stuff, LED flashlights. Did have actually best thing about these LED flashlights, you can get these for probably $15, and you can get like 12 in a pack, and they're super bright. Shit, the battery die? Oh. Then of course, this may look stupid. Headlamps. These are a godsend because half the time you're holding a flashlight, trying to read your meters or do something, and usually you have to put in there, do something with this. At least with the headlamp, you could just have it there ready to go, and it makes just being hands free and LED very adjustable too. So that way, if you're in the dark, you can't see your phone or something, it's just like it's perfect. I highly recommend these. I got these. Well, wasn't that much? I guarantee you that this was probably like maybe $4 or $5. It was very cheap. Takes 2 AAAs in the back here. Just being adjustable is awesome. Because I've seen a lot of headlamps go for twice as much, and they're just like this big bulky brick. But for like a little thing here, it's pretty bright. Now we got that part out of the way. Now we go for the nitty gritty spooky stuff, which I use. This was probably like one of the first first pieces of equipment I actually had. This is an old EMF meter cell sensor. It's a very old model because it still has the cord and wand into it. A lot of them now just kind of come like this, and they're for some reason they make them clear. But mine has the little wand on it. Kind of goes off and check your EMFs. This one is actually a lot better because it's not very sensitive like most of them are. It's very good. Then, of course, we got Big Papa himself, the handy dandy K2 meter. That's right, folks, K2 meter. Of course, this is an older model than a lot of you've seen. Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters use. They usually have one with like a little switch on the side, or maybe one that just looks like this, and you just push it down and go. But since this is an older model, you have to constantly keep your finger down on the button, and it gets kind of tiresome after a while. That's why I did get this idea from Ghost Hunters back when I used to watch them in the earlier times. I don't have a penny with me. It's called the penny trick. Basically, you just pop down that trigger as hard as you can, slide it right in there, and it keeps everything still for you. And it does work. I've shaken this thing. I've played with the penny and everything in the slot to make sure that nothing would, give a false reading. Perfect. And I really do need to upgrade because this button is fucking hell when you push down on it. Other than that, that's about all the equipment I use on scene. But before, people used to be big on temperature with paranormal. I still kind of believe in it, cold spots and things like that, but a lot of people don't anymore. One thing I used to do that this obviously broke. This is an outside thermometer with a sensor, and what I would do is what this thing could do is give you two temperatures at the same time. So what I would do is I would take the sensor outside, just like leave it on like a bench or something, or maybe on top of the car, and that way I would get the outside temperature. Then I'd be inside of the house, and it would read the inside temperature at the same time. That way I can monitor both, because some temperatures aren't going to be that much different, especially in the summertime. That way you can see if why is it 30 degrees cooler when it's like 90 degrees outside? And you can actually set different alarms and things on it to tell you to go off to say if the temperature drops suddenly, which is very nice. I kind of just keep this thing around because there's actually no brand name on this whatsoever, and I cannot find this. I have used a different one and I did not like it. I want to find this exact one. So that's why I kind of keep it around for I don't want to get rid of it because then I'm going to forget what it looks like. Then we have digital cameras. Vic has a very nice Nikon camera, digital, very nice, and that's it. That's all we use, and we still catch good evidence, but I almost think maybe people just feel well, hell, if they're bringing in all these security cameras, these laptops, these battery packs. Look at all the extension cords. Look at all the extension cords. Wow, they could find something. We probably could, but still find shit too. Just a little bit more lightweight. But hopefully that will kind of change soon. I've been trying to make a nice little spooky budget. That way we can get some more stuff. Because I see a lot of this cool tech stuff, and I love cool tech. It's I gotta do it. And if I saw those extension cords, I would be like, extension cords. I mean, I got a shitload of cords. I am a hoarder when it comes to cords. I have all sorts of AV, USB, you name it. I got it. I can probably connect a Nintendo 64 to a or or a regular Nintendo to a high def TV with all the different wires I just collect. I love cables. It's a habit. I mean, I'll just go down to Goodwill and I'll just search around, and if I'm like, oh, dude, look at this one. I might need one of these someday, so I'm going to buy this. I mean, I just have an absolute mess of them. Oh, of course, maybe someday. I didn't break anything, I swear. Maybe someday I might need that aux connection. You never know. Never know when I might need a VCR for something. uh, which is true. Because if I can get my old VCR to work, I think I could blow the paranormal field away. It's got it's a VCR dual DVD player, so it's like I can record things. uh, Another thing I really do enjoy using, especially I find very good, USB sticks for your laptop, storing all your information. I have like 5 other memory cards, but of course the memory card I need with my actual information on it is completely gone. Oh, this is a handy little fella right here. Sorry, that was a bug. This is a handy little fella right here in Targus. It's a multi-purpose memory card reader. Oh, you do? Regardless of what you're using? Oh, I don't have the right connection for it. I'm hyperventilating. I have to buy more cords. No, I'm actually using the cord for this in my microphone right now. But this baby is a wonder. It can read any type of memory card. Just kind of put it right in there. USB cable to whatever device you have, in case you have to use an old computer that doesn't have USB. I mean, it doesn't have memory card readers or something, or you might have a new laptop that doesn't. I mean, especially the one I'm using right now. I don't have a CD-ROM drive on this, and I looked for it. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta buy me an extension. That means more parts and more cables for me. Yes, but just in case, whenever you have to use a computer or something that doesn't have a memory card reader, this little fella can read them all. It's got four of them, and the one right here, I don't think I would ever really use. I bought a digital camera probably back in 06 from the Goodwill. I checked it out, and I took the memory card out of it, and it was as big as this MP3 player. Yeah, I still have an MP3 player. I am behind the times, and it was just like a solid brick. I stuck it right in there and read it. So I highly advise, even if you don't ghost hunt or anything, if you like saving a lot of data on different memory cards, buy something like this. It will probably save you a lot of trouble one day. Guarantee it. I used to use zip drives too, but I don't think people use those anymore, especially when they catch on fire pretty easy. Let's see. And then, of course, you also need one thing. I think you always need blank DVDRs and other blanks. Never know when you gotta burn them videos. Of course, I'm a mad hoarder with those too. Let's see if I have anything else hanging around here. Oh, I don't know. Just always check your batteries. I like to go through a nice long list before going out on an investigation. I take about like a good hour and a half. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff here, but it's like I go through all the stuff, making sure I have everything ready. Batteries are fresh, ready to go. Because you don't want dead batteries in the middle of an investigation. Yeah, that's about it then. Lovely cables, lovely cables. I love cables. USBs are so pretty to me. God, I just got this image of Buffalo Bob with a USB cord. Do you want a connection? Oh. Woo! Other than that, I think the most important tool you can have during your investigations is this thing right here. No, not that. That's something completely different. This, your brain. Even if you just have a notebook and a pen, that's really all you need. You just need your brain. You have to look at things and be like, why? Common sense works too. Common sense goes a hell of a long way in an investigation. It's like, okay, you're walking through an abandoned factory. A big piece of metal falls from like a high up place. Why? Is it a ghost? Was it pissed off trying to scare you? Or was the metal rotted and it just gave out? Common sense goes a long way. Well, excuse me. Well, I know this isn't really part of any kind of tool of investigation, but last year for Halloween, had a big Halloween party, and it was like 80s themed. So of course, I wore that bad boy back there. Bought a patch for it. Mm-hmm. I also designed my own role play here, which was pretty fun. This is probably like the second set I ever made. It looked a lot better when I first made it because I dropped the damn things and I busted them, so I had to redo it all over again. Like, I think I actually had these reversed. But in fact, I think I have the sights a little bit long. I think I should have got them cut in half first before gluing them. Other than that, looks pretty good. Looks pretty almost screen accurate. I don't take these on. I don't take these on with investigations. I swear. Be cool though. No. That's Halloween decoration. But the suit back there—that's a different story. I know it looks cheesy and all, but when you're outside in the wilderness and you all you have is regular clothes, wearing that thing is awesome. It takes care of like bushes, branches, ticks, dust, dirt, all that stuff. More or less during the later seasons, like September and that, not the middle of summer. No. And dead of winter, probably not either, because it's actually pretty thin. I like it though. It's like a second layer of skin. Feels great. And hopefully I can get that. Actually, the patch is actually falling off. I can see if I can fix that. I'm not very good at sewing, but I'll give it a try. All right. Well, I think I've hit almost the hour mark here, and I'm out of stuff to say because I'm just rambling now. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. I've sent some emails out to other paranormal groups that I've been talking to a lot, and maybe next time we can have an actual guest on. Big times, baby. All right, well, that's all for now. Be sure to check us out on social media, facebook.com, PSIOH, all one word, and check out our Twitter page, PSI_OH, and We actually have an Instagram. I haven't updated it in a very long time. Let's see if I can punch it up here because I kind of forgot the name. That's how long it's been. Uh, I actually deleted Instagram off my phone and got it back again. So kind of deleted it. There it is. On Instagram, we are the real PSI crew. All one word, no periods. So apparently there's like 7 other PSI crews on here, and they have nothing to do with ghosts. So I'm like, we're the real ones. Okay, well, thank you very much. And also our YouTube page, of course, that you're already on, PSI on the tube. Stay tuned for more live streams every other week on a Monday, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's my new time. That's how I'm going to do this. Uh, our next podcast, though, is still in the air. Hopefully, sometime by the end of this month, we will have a new podcast. So either by the end of next week or the following week. So stay tuned, folks, and thank you very much for sitting here this entire hour, listening to me ramble like an idiot with this terrible hair of mine. Thank you all, and I'll see you all on the other side. God, that was terrible. Why do I say things like that?